So, fundamentally, the general concept is similar to the traditional escape room idea. You come into the room, which is designed with a specific theme. The one you'll play right now is called The Great Train Robbery. It's about the American West, 19th century, and cowboys. You'll have several missions to complete, and you'll do best if you work as a team. So, assuming you manage to gather a team who you get along with, it's a good idea to first just look over the room. And a good way to do this is to shout out if you spot anything out of place or suspicious, because it could be part of the puzzle you're working on. Or if it's clever or funny, because, a good mood is 50% of success. There is a logical sequence in the game. Once you find the first clue, it will lead you to the next one in an order that will emerge. By following the sequence, you get to the point when the mystery will be revealed, and your mission will be accomplished, and you can enjoy your efforts. All in all, don't be passive, and don't think if there isn't an instant, obvious solution to a riddle, you should ignore its existence in hopes that another team member will solve it. Everyone should put in an effort to go through the challenges. If you find yourself confused in the moment and aren't sure what to do next, just go to your last or previous clue and discuss it with your team. That should expose a hint toward a solution. By the way, just guessing would not be helpful because the game was designed to prevent most dumb sheer luck from happening. While the overall concept is the same as classic escape rooms, this game has some major differences. First things first, it is story-based, which means that the clues you will find will draw a storyline throughout the game. Follow the narrative of the story because it's related to some of your missions. Read the clues out loud to your friends so you can analyze them together and brainstorm. Sharing clues is important because it could help your team to get on that leaderboard. Speaking of which, only teams with no hints are allowed on the board of fame. While being on a leaderboard is something we can all aspire to achieve, it is important to point out that if you are still new, don't try to rush it. It definitely takes some practice, and no one can get there from the get-go. Secondly, it's a mission-based game, so the door will not be literally locked. Instead, you would have several tasks to complete. There are no limits on clues, and we don't punish for them. And if that doesn't sound lit, I don't know what does. However, if you do decide to take a hint, make sure everybody on your team agrees, including Mr. Persistent, you carelessly invited to your crew. Look at the camera and say hi so it's obvious for the game master. Photography is allowed inside only after the game. In other words, it requires an ultimate sacrifice, and that sacrifice is your phone. Sacrifice that no Zoomer will ever make. So, don't tempt yourself and leave it in one of the lockers with the chargers. Don't worry. At the end, we'll take enough pictures to cover your friend's Instagram news feed with your happy face for a week. Anyway, don't get stressed over the rules. It can all really be boiled down to just have fun.